so much for
Thank
coming.
you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
I have to say that your film. I mean, I wanted to put it in this daring section because just it's such a creative way of really you so effectively communicate his delusions, and the fact that your performance is really pen on paper and then right here. It's just really powerful filmmaking.
Thank
really
you.
just well done and effective, and I'm really curious how the idea came to you, because it's such a brilliant way of expressing delusion and really bringing the audience in with him. So,
Well,
where did the idea come from for you?
first of all, thank you.
Sure.
The idea came about years ago. I had a few friends that passed away, so it's bereavement is something that's always it's just you can never let it go. So with dealing with a few of my friends that passed away, me being an artist and whatnot, something just came to my mind, and I'm like, you know what? Can I put something on film to show just what I went through and what some other people are going through, and through some of my research, I found that we do, everybody's going to experience bereavement, in one form or another, and but we don't really talk about the mental illness that some of us actually have through going through bereavement. So I did a little research, and one particular example that stood out the most to me was the mother who constantly prepares the dinner for her child who's no longer there, or who hasn't been there. And it's a constant. She goes and to the child's room and makes the bed and fixes up the room when the child's not even, they're gone. So it's just a really powerful thing that I really felt that I should put it out there. So and it still affects me to this day, because those are my friends, like, and it just, every time I think about it, or like as I'm speaking right now, it gets me. So it was really hard making it, especially it being my first film. I'm ever, you know, the post production. I'm used to being in front of the camera, and I wanted to challenge myself to be like, you know what, this is something that really affects you. Expand your boundaries. Just let yourself go wherever you go. So, and thank you for having me here, sharing this with
Yeah,
everyone.
well, so your background is mainly as an actor.
Yeah, yeah.
That I'm not surprised, but again, I mean, a lot of actors. I meet a lot of actors who make shorts and star in them, and the fact that you chose something so challenging, and the fact that your performance really is so focused,
Thank you.
it's really great work.
Thanks, man.
I'm really glad that we can show it. Any questions from the audience?
Structure of it with the very tight close-ups of the letter. Where did you kind of come up with that visual structure of it?
I wanted to do something that like he was saying, everything's so tight and close. I wanted to get that intimate feeling, that intimate emotion of, like, when people go through bereavement. I mean, it's one of those things where it is intimate. It is close. It is an emotional thing. So I tried my best to try to figure out something that I could do with the resources only being myself, to try to get that to come across. So thanks for your question, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, the audience really feels what he's feeling, for sure. It's
Yes.
there was one over here, I thought.
You have one, right?
As somebody who knows Reginald outside of filmmaking, seeing the grief and this embodiment that you feel during these sort of periods, the contextualization was really amazing. But what I wanted to know was, how did it feel having to kind of relive that experience on camera when you already kind of suffered through that?
Oh man, that's an awesome question. Like I said, even at this point, you know, remembering the some of the friends that passed away during that time, it gets me. Um, I would be up in the middle of the night, you know, and my wife's sleeping, and I'm here trying to film and trying to get my moments and go through these times where it really affected me, and just trying to display that to you guys and to the world. It was hard, but especially by me doing it myself, and I guess that it kind of helped me too, because I have my own personal space, you know, and it allowed me to like try to get through it as much as I can. But yeah, there were times where in the middle of it, I would just stop and I just think, and I sit down at the table where I was writing the letters, and I just bawl. Like, I honestly, straight up, that's what it was. And my wife may not know that, but now she does. But yeah, man, it was a great question, and it was really hard, but it was something that I had to do for myself and as an artist. So
The movie kind of deals with some of the immediate feelings that come up from bereavement, and I know you said that you have experienced, or you've experienced some of these feelings. But what are some of the ways that you would cope with it, and then continue to live with that? Because the movie kind of left us with that immediate impact. But can you just explain what are some ways that what are some things that happen after?
it's another good question. We all have our different ways of getting through whatever it is, whether it's bereavement, joyous moments, whatever it is. Everybody has their own individual way of dealing with things. For me, crazy enough, film, the whole creative process, like the quote that she made at the end, that just having that creative process and allowing it to go through, it was a sense of, even though it was hard for me, I'm the type of person, I like to be challenged, and I like to open my, expose. I know one quote that one of my teachers taught me when I went to perform at the Cincinnati Shakespeare Festival. And he told me, he's like, look, I know you don't know Shakespeare that well, but we brought you on for a reason. He's like, I want you to be willing to just let your guard down, open yourself, and don't be afraid to fail. Because if you do that, you'll find that you're going to grow so much more. You're going to discover so much more about yourself and the potential that's there that you don't even know right now. So I swallowed that up, and I'm like, you know what, let's go. So that, I guess that kind of helps me too, to go through the pain, because anything that's too easy, I don't think is good, So that's my way.
I thought I'd add, we're very focused on the subject, but also the technical filmmaking of it was really, it was very accomplished, because the way that you were able to capture that, and the way I really enjoyed the performance, how the vocal performance while you're writing, how he had a different voice for each person as well. I mean, just really, really effectively done. That you just saw the breadth of his feelings and reaching out to people.
Thank you. And the cousin that I was talking about that's locked up behind bars, actually true. Like a few years ago, he calls me up, and all of a sudden, he has a degree in this and degree in that, and he knows Spanish. I'm like, dude, it's crazy how you can be locked up and have all these opportunities, but when you're in the free world, it's like you don't even take the chance to So yeah, that and yeah, it was an interesting process for me to go through. So I'm glad I went through it, and yeah, it taught me a lot.
And truthfully, in a short, you have a nice 3 act structure too. I mean, you have your third act where he's writing the letter about how I was on the medication for a little while, but I
Right.
stopped. I mean, what a button
Yeah.
to put on it.
Right.
Yeah. One over here.
As a content creator, I want to know, was it harder for you to put out something that was so sensitive? Because I know a lot of people, they don't want to see the sad stuff. They want to see
Right.
the action, or they want to see
Right,
the comedy.
right.
But
Right.
something so personal to you and such a sensitive topic,
Right.
like was it hard to put it out and say, this is me, this is how I feel?
Actually, it wasn't. I'm the type of person that it all stems from my mother. She's always told me to just be who you are. Don't be afraid to just let your emotions go and feel how you feel, because at the end of the day, you'll feel much better about yourself. So regardless of what people think about me, regardless of, what they may say, my feeling at the end of the day is what matters to me, and that's just me. I'm such an open person, and I'm not afraid to get in tune with those emotions. And going through acting school and theater and stuff like that, it just added that whole process of just getting it out there. So yeah, I'm not afraid to take those risks, and I guess that could be something. I think I talked to you before about that. Always just be who you are, regardless of what people think about you, and this also adds to